All right, hey guys, Jason here, and we are back out here, and we're going to talk about the things that I love, that are really standing out to me that I love about this Power Wagon. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things I straight up love about this. You know, it's pointless to talk about the front lockers, the rear lockers, the capability of it, the lift, the things that you get. We already know you get all that, and I love that. But these are some of the little hidden things I'm finding on it that I really do appreciate, that I'm really happy about, and I like a lot. One of them is the stance of the tires. Now, we have 35 by 1250s on these, so they're bigger and wider than what the stock wheels are. But even then, because of the, you know, they are still stuck in there like they should be, I think it gives it that perfect stance, and we still have fender flare protection. And you can see where the fender flare meets the side step, giving me tremendous protection. So I'm loving that setup. These tires are straight up incredible. I cannot say anything. These are by far the best tires I've ever been on. If they wear well and hold up well, I will buy them again. They are insane, incredible, these Wild Peak MTs. And with these lugs being so big, I get so little mud and rock thrown. It's unbelievable. It's been, see, last time I had mud tires on a vehicle was Jeeps in Michigan. Never rode mud tires down here in Georgia. All-terrain tires, the tread is much tighter together, so they pick up every single little pebble, every little rock, and they throw it at high speed at your truck. And they pick up, and they get every little speck of mud picks up. Every one of these grain chunks like this right here, okay, in a all-terrain gets picked up and flung on your truck. Every single one of them. Here, these gaps are so big that it doesn't pick up any gravel. It throws zero rocks. The rocks that you could pick up with these are so big, it can't pick the rocks up. They're too heavy, it doesn't pick them up. So I don't get any rock throw with these at all. And I get barely any mud or sand thrown because the chunks are just too big. It just drops them right back down or throws them down, but it's not picking them up and sticking them to the tire and then flinging them all over. We've been out here now, and we have done, now this is a nice road we're on. I picked a spot for the shade, but we have done, 24 miles of trails today already, and I have no dirt and mud. I don't even have any caked in my wheel wells because of the fact that this throws very little. These tires are phenomenal. So love the tire setup. Absolutely love it. Bed space is one of my things that is like, oh man, I cannot believe how nice that is. But we have all of this bed space in here. Compared to my Gladiator, it is a mile of bed space. So much more height, so much more width, so much more length. The space that I get inside this thing, unmatched, unbelievable. I straight up love the fact that we get that. Another thing I love tremendously that I did not get in my Gladiator is that 12-volt power plug right there. Simple things, but I love it. Runs my fridge. We're testing a new bodega freezer fridge right now as we, it's out here testing it right now. And we got the bed lights in there, which are very, very nice. The Tina ZR2 did not come with bed lights. I had to add a light in there. That was very upsetting, but that's been fantastic. So those are nice. Now in the back, this is where some of my biggest things I think are nice. And again, given the size, but when let me set some of my stuff down here. I'm not a fan of the 60-40, we don't get a 60-40 split seat. And I'm not a fan, and I don't have the storage compartments under here like we do on the 1500 Tradesman gets them, but this one does not. And a 25, let me grab my bow. Let me stick this out here, hold on. Let's set that right here. My bow, my custom boat, look at, Lord willing, we get into hogs today. Lord willing, everything goes good. Lord willing, we make it home. And here we go, but under here, look at the storage under this thing. And you can see I'm even overflowing most of these things under the seats. Look at underneath there. I have got so much room here, and I love these little cup holders. You can see I got cheese and food here that I can reach. While I'm driving, I can reach back, and they just stay right there for me perfectly. But so much space in here. My winch setup, I mean, look at it, the size of that. That's a Viair compressor, and look at how much room we have under this seat for all this gear. Insane amounts of gear. I mean, these are some massive straps tucked in here. So much room under this back seat. And if we set it down and look, you can see we still got tons more. I mean, I'm not even up to the bottom of the seat yet. So I love having all that space that we have in there. Straight up phenomenal. Throw my stuff back on the seat. But love the back seat setup on this truck. It is excellent all the way around. Let me grab my bow, throw my bow back in. Like I said, we got out here about an hour ago, and we're going to spend a whole day here. So hopefully we will be lucky enough to maybe get into some hogs today. and see if we can't put some more meat in the freezer will be the game plan. But straight up impressed with the space and how this truck is laid out in here. That is that under seat storage, the storage in general, the amount of storage we have is worth its weight in gold in this truck. I mean, coming from that Gladiator, it's, you know, went from a Tacoma to a Gladiator, going from a 2019 2500 to a Tacoma was brutal hard. It was exhaustingly hard. Going from the Tacoma to the Gladiator was a beautiful step in the right direction when it came to space. It's like, oh God, this is so much better. I had to have Molly panels in my Tacoma, stuff mounted all the way around the bed to try and carry stuff that I wanted in here. When we went to the Gladiator, we fit most of it. We were still tight, but we fit most of it. Now I have so much more room. I love it, love it. Another thing I really love is we love this open shelf. I like this so much better than my 2019 that had the door on here, because this is where Tina throws everything. When we jump in a truck, her phone goes up here. If she's eating a bag of chips or snacks or something like that, or a fruit bowl from like Love's, it goes and sits right here. This is her whole world, is this open shelf, and she loves it. It is so nice. You can see I keep extra napkins right here. I can reach them from the driver's seat, but this is worth its weight in gold being open. I'm so much better than the closed off glove box, because I got plenty of places to store things. I can store things everywhere. I got tons of that. What I love here is it's an actual workspace for this side, and that is a beautiful thing. So that's a huge, huge win all the way around on this. Like, it's something that I wouldn't have thought that would have mattered that much to me. I'd have been like, I could care less. Door, not a door. No, I care. I don't want the door. I much prefer that open than having a door on it, and I would never want the screen. That's such wasted space to put that passenger screen on there. No offense to trucks that have it. Maybe you like it. Me personally, no way. I much prefer that open space right there on that completely. Love the sunglass holder with the 12-volt outlet right here, even though I'm not using it right now, but I love that that's here. It was in my 2019 Ram, straight up amazing. I have my dash cam there, but I didn't even run that there. I ran that down and comes in and runs right into here is where I have that. So, all right, now here on the inside, some of the things I love here are these 4 buttons. I use these off-road in sequence every single time I'm out here in the woods because they do multiple things. First of all, I'm turning off instantly both parking sensors. They are done, they are gone. You can see them on my screen. I don't want them here. Those are completely gone. This actually I have to add in my video. I do not like. I cannot stand how the tire pressure has to go to, it tells me to inflate to 60 to get rid of that. That is upsetting. So I always have that dash light on there. That really upsets me. Hopefully I remember to cut this part out of this video and put it in that video, because that is so annoying. That should be way lower than 60 for the front and 65 for the back before the light in this goes away. That's very upsetting. But I turn off both of those parking sensors because I'm in the woods. I'm going to be backing up close to things. It's an issue. You're going to deal with it, and so I want them off. I also hit tow haul mode. That is going to increase hold my gears longer and give me a little more higher RPM range before shifting, which out here in the sand and the mud, it's a very good thing. And it also turns off MDS. The cylinder deactivation will not work when I have tow haul mode on. Then I also turn off traction control, but when I turn off traction control, it will turn on. There we go, we got it. But if you got to do it in that order. So let me show you here. So we turn all this stuff off. But I push both these on. But when it comes to here, if I hit traction control before tow haul, when I hit tow haul, it turns traction control on. So, and it turns traction control off. And so then I got to turn it back on again, which is easy. But the best way to do this, how I do it, is I just come right across. I get in when I'm out here, hit these two, I hit that one, and then I hit that one, and I get them all. And it's perfect right there like that. So I love having those 4 right there. This button here is also worth its weight in gold. This is a gear limiter, and I did a whole video on this. But when I hit this, what it does is it changes. So like if I put this in gear, okay, if I change this, you can see it on a dash. I can control. It's not like, it's like kind of like manual, but different. It's not going to stay in whatever gear I leave it. It's going to limit how high the transmission will shift. So I can take this and I can set it to, you can see it here on the dash right up there, saying go to 2, 3. So if I put this all the way up to 8 like this, I'm going to shift all the way through 1 through 8 speeds, just like a normal transmission. But again, I have 0 cylinder deactivation that is going to kick in on this. So it's a beautiful thing. When I put it in park though, it goes away. When I come back into drive, I got to hit that again if I want to do that. So again, out here in the woods, I don't mess with that too much because I'm running tow haul mode, which does the same thing. When I'm on the road though, this is what I use. I hit that and I will set that, you know, right at 8 speed and let it just run, and I don't worry about nothing. So, but I love that feature. That is so nice because what it does is it gives me the ability to turn off the stupid cylinder deactivation, the eco mode, get rid of it for good and never deal with it. Never have it become an issue for me for my vehicle. So I love that factor. But other than that, this thing's amazing. I love everything about this truck. The visual aspect out of this thing is phenomenal being up so high. So, I mean, I can see down into things so well being up here high. This is a complaint right here. I do not like any of this crap here in the way and how tight this space is. Talked about that in the negative side, but like I said, love it. And I can reach everything in here with this console being here and movable because I can flip it up out of the way to get anywhere I need to, but I got everything I can access here, all my stuff there, even my snacks down there, very easy to access. One hand while I'm driving, and I have 2 other cup holders. Those are cup holders, so I could actually put other drinks right there if I wanted to. Win-win all the way around. Love the truck. Questions, comments, put them below. Thanks for watching.